Oh, morning all. I snuck out for a detect today before all the rain comes again. It's just been bloody, hasn't stopped. Every weekend it starts bloody raining or it's blowing its absolute ass off, and so it's midweek or early midweek, and yeah, scooted out. Today's the only good day before it starts coming in, and then the end of the week it's going to just get real heavy for a few days, so the weekend will definitely be out. So I'll get out and see what we can find today. With all the flood debris just down here. That's, whoa, that's a bit of, I've just found a bit of pottery. Nice little bit. There's heaps through here. There's all old house sites, shops and everything all through the bush here. But yeah, I'm just going to go in and make my way up through the diggings and stuff. They run right up out of the main creek fair ways. So yeah, definitely looks like this creek's had oodles of water as well. Heaps and heaps. It's been way up in the banks. So yes, yeah. This is a digging just here too. There's the old house site just over the other side there. I've found coins here before in the past, detecting. My mate was here only just a couple of weeks ago. And he stopped off and had a quick detect. There's just glass. Got broken glass bottles and pottery and stuff absolutely everywhere through this joint. Yeah, he stopped off and he was in the bush here, just in here somewhere, and he picked up a nice little, just a little token, 1 penny token or something. So yeah, I've found stuff here in the past, just over there in the bush, in the scrub. That right there, that's an old chimney. There's old house sites all through here, all down through there, and all the way up this whole gully. There's house sites everywhere. Just in here there's house sites. I think there used to be a shop there too. Yeah, I'm not liking my chances of some open ground. This is a gully or a trench that they've worked. One of the deeper ones in here. In between there was little, they potholed little bits and pieces here and there, but this was one of the main deeper trenches that they were chasing. You can see the bedrock there. So yep, we'll just see what we can find today. Just needed some exercise. I haven't been out for ages. Well, actually no, it was, well, it's kind of has been ages, but I think it was a week or so ago I went out for a good full day detect. But other than that, it's been, I haven't camped out for a couple of months. I've found stuff here before, just up in that way. It splits off and goes that way. Goes up around that way, and then it branches off again, and up in here there's little bits in the middle, and then up here it branches off, and there's all nice bedrock here. It's actually been scoured out pretty good with all these rains. It'd be worth walking up all these gutters again. I've been up them before, but it'd be definitely worth doing again. So yeah, I'm just still plodding around, going back to spots that I haven't been to for a while. With the I haven't been here with the GPZ yet, so I'm just still scouting out spots that I've been to. Potentially left stuff behind, a little bit deeper, smaller and deeper. There it splits off again right up through there, up this way. Actually, I did get one nugget a few years back. I might start here actually. This will do me. I did get one just up here because that's the main gutter there, but then they benched this out to here and it got real shallow out over to the edge here. I think it was just here somewhere up on the bank. It was down deep on the layer, so it hadn't been dug before. They just kind of just missed it. It was just into the bank a little bit because the ground got shallower up here. And I got one nice little one there, a little ½ gram or so. So I might start here. It's as good a place as any. So yeah, it's just somewhere nice and easily to get to and relatively flat. And there's a bit of open ground, so we'll just see what happens. So we'll get stuck in. All right, first target, well, good target anyhow. I had one piece of steel back down there where I first started that was like that, rusted and corroded. It was barely even given a signal, and a false target over there, real deep false target in the clay kind of stuff. But yeah, I just picked up these sticks, these branches, they're burnt and fallen straight down along here. Flicked them out of the way, and there's a real nice little tone down there. So she's right on the surface there somewhere. This is probably bedrock. Oh yeah, there's bedrock just there. So it's probably not too far underneath here, if there is, but it'll be just here on the surface, whatever it is. Nice and shallow. I wouldn't be surprised if that's already moved. Almost. The teeniest little bit of steel, little tiny slither. Oh well, it's sitting here right in the open, so We'll keep pushing along. All right, got another target. It's only small and shallow, but I actually came around this way. And it doesn't want to pick it up. It's only just there. So you get on the right angle. It looks like someone's had a scratch at this before too. Yeah, someone's definitely had a little scrape at it. So it's very small. It's just in here somewhere. I would say that's probably moved it already. Yeah, it's definitely a little one. A little bit of gold or a little bit of steel again. Alrighty, I see it. Just in the end there. It is very tiny. Just a nice little piece. That's alright. I'm happy. I got one target this morning and it definitely looked like someone's had a scrape at that too. So it's just, yeah, just didn't really like it coming out the other angle. It must have been up on its edge or something maybe. Yeah, we'll keep poking along. I'm just going for a little bit of a walk. I haven't really got any targets at all since I got that bit of gold. Yeah, so I'm just going for a bit of a walk to a couple other trenches where I did get some a few years ago with the 45. This spot here, there's a little bit of a clearing. Doesn't really look like much, but it's an old house site. That's the kind of a flat pad just there, and then that there, all this rock, this is the old chimney. So the house would have been here. They've leveled it out a little bit, dug into the hillside just a smidge, and dug like a flat pad just here, and then they had their wood fire just there. Beautiful north facing little position, so it wouldn't have been too cold here in the winter time. You would have got that nice low winter sun. The old boys always lived on a hillside, protected from the wind, but always facing north. Yeah, there's loads and loads and loads of rubbish around this house site, heaps and heaps. But yeah, I haven't had there's heaps of house sites that I know of, heaps and heaps I've found over the years, but I'll get around to having a bit of a relic hunt at them one day properly. Further up there is another house site, a real big one, quite a large one, and I was just gold detecting, and yeah, I picked up a, oh, what was that? It's like a 17 or 1800s, or very, very early or late 1700s. I think it was George III or George IV. It was a half crown, I think it was. A sterling silver half crown. So that was pretty cool. And way back that way, where I was detecting at one of the other house sites, I picked up a real deep sixpence, I think it was. That was a George III or George IV as well. So all the fringe lilies, heaps and heaps of them. I've never ever seen the fringe lilies here before. I've been detecting this spot for over 10 years. I've never seen them until the fires went through, and they're just absolutely everywhere. There's a native bee. Oh. Yeah, they work this little gully too. And there's a little trench just out on the outer edge of the gully that I detected in quite a few years ago. I got quite a few bits out of here actually. There's a little trench here. I got heaps and heaps out of. Nothing huge, just little ones. It looks like it might have been an old broken down reef actually, because the quartz that's in the other spots is real round and water worn, but this stuff here is a bit more crisp, sharper. So it might have been an old reef. Yeah, I've picked up little bits all through here. The one down there, it's actually still stuck in a piece of bedrock. It was down there in the side wall. A little tiny one over there, a few little ones along here. So I'll have a bit of a scout around through here. I've gone over it pretty thoroughly over the years, but never know, new technology. Alright. Alrighty, I've changed spots. Just come to check out a gully. that's on the kind of wraps around the backside of a. There's a mine up here on top of the hill. Oh, on the front side kind of, but at one stage I'm guessing it shed down this side because there's diggings. So you can see over there and down here they've dug this whole section out. I don't think it would go up that way too far because the reef's over this side, up on this side. So this little little gully, more than likely. Yeah, one of my mates come in here a while back and he said he had a bit of a go, but he couldn't find anything at all. He said there's diggings everywhere, but so yeah, I thought I'd come and check it out, see what he was talking about, and have a bit of an explore, see how we go. A couple of hours, I'll do a couple of hours in here and then I'll see how I'm going before we head off. Yeah, alright, let's see what we can find, eh? Oh, well, I'm just cruising up this gully. I'm a little ways up now, and there's just diggings everywhere, like heaps. They've hammered the shit out of it, so they've definitely got gold here. I've just got my first target, and pretty deep one, just right next to. They've kind of, there's just little there's real deep holes, and then there's shallow holes, and there's deep holes, and then there's big trenches, and so I think they're just following whatever the hell they can find. Yeah, because this gully is wrapping right around the backside of this knob. I'm pretty sure just up there, up over the top, the reef. Which way was it running? I think most of the reefs run kind of northwest, southeast, kind of, a little bit, on a bit of an angle. They're not 100% north-south. They run a little bit off to the northwest. So that would put it, I don't know, kind of cutting across that way, I guess. But anyhow, I just got a real deep target. I didn't bother filming it. So I'm kind of, it's just humid as it's. I'd wish it would rain. Well, it's definitely gonna rain. It's that humid. So yeah, she would probably come in later tonight. But yeah, we've got a nice target here in this. It's in that. I've got a clump of dirt. So we'll see what we've got. Oh, no way. Look at that. That looks alright too. That looks half decent. That looks half decent. Look at that there. Ooh, oh, it's getting bigger. Ow. Something just prickled me. Isn't that nice old clay? I'll have to check all that. Well, that's a decent chunk. Should be a couple of grams, that one. It's probably a little bit reefy too. It's worn, but yeah, there's definitely a couple of grams there. Sweet. Well, that there is my very first piece for this gully. Very, very first ever bit. That's a good chunk too. Down there in the clay, they've had a little bit of a dig there. A little bit of a dig there. And then just a massive big trench over there. And then there's a little pothole there, potholes there. So I don't know how much further up they go. I guess if it kept the hill was up higher at some stage, it would have shed right back as far as it could go. And then down and around. Sweet. Definitely stoked. Alright, do a pretty good thorough search around here, I reckon. And see what else we can find. Alright. Another rust nugget. Oh well. Yeah, I'm pretty much done. I'm over it. I'm worn out. Yeah, now I'll definitely come back here and explore, do a bit more. Would have been nice if just so many different places I couldn't get to while I was still working after the fires. Now it's all just bloody all overgrown again. Anyhow, not to worry. Cheerio. All these dead trees. They got absolutely cooked in this gully. None of them have come back. Oh, they're suckering up down the base, but that's not a proper healthy tree. Oh, valley. I think this is where it took off, I'm pretty sure. Way up the head of this one. It jumped out in the middle, up and over that ridge at the very, very head. And then it ripped down, ran southeast. Ran southeast real hard. Like every single tree is suckering back up down the bottom off the root system, but they just clump up and you only end up with like 4 or 5 little trees. They're not real proper healthy trees. The ones that grow from seed are heaps better, I suppose, as long as it comes back a little bit. Yeah, she's just absolutely cooked this whole valley. Barely any epicormic growth. There's a couple with epicormic growth, but yeah, that's Victorian bushland for you. It's got to burn sometime. Alrighty, chuck this stuff on the scales. It was a pretty bloody good day. Well, it turned out to be in the end, anyhow. One little tiny itty bitty shiny bit. .059, not even a 0.1er. Bloody unreal. And this beauty. For the size of it, I reckon if it was like solid, it would be quite a bit heavier, but it's got little pockets and holes and divots and stuff all through it, because it's quite hadn't quite travelled too far from the reef. So if it had gotten into a creek and river system and travelled a long way, it would be a lot more compacted. But it hasn't been hammered or dinted in, so it's all real pockety and nice crisp sharpy bits. And so yeah, it's very nice. 3.49. Bloody awesome bit. And this little tiny one won't change it much. 3.55. Bloody beautiful. Come on, focus. Doesn't want to focus for me. There we go. Still a little bit of rock inside it too, and tiniest little bit of quartz. But it's very shiny and glittery because all the real sharp, crisp edges. Yeah, anyhow, hope you enjoyed it, and yeah, we'll get out there again and see what this weather brings. All right, cheerio.